They have cold and clammy skin. The pinpoint pupils, very small pupils, that's an indicator. And if you see that they have blue, their skin color changes. And if they have blue or purple nails or lips, they're in serious trouble, okay? They are not getting enough oxygen, and they're in serious trouble. So, and if you hear them breathing differently, maybe they have the gurgling sound, they're close. It's call 911, and I hope they get there quick. And you better start this, and I'll show you how to do this in just a second. And then of course, they're totally passed out and not breathing. So the first thing you want to do is you want to call 911 first, okay? Now, when you do not close the phone line, just leave the phone line open, okay? And what you want to do, now, the Narcan, it has 2 units in it. Okay, 2 of these. Now, what you do after you call 911 and tell them you have a possible overdose and you're administering Narcan, then you're going to just peel back the foil. Okay, and then it looks like this. It's a nasal spray. And what you want to do is you want to insert the white tip into their nostril as far as you can go, and then there's a red plunger. So you want to press the red plunger. What that does is it releases the medicine into their brain, and it stops the overdose process. And they should come out of it like that, hopefully, okay? Now, in the event that they don't, then you're going to take the second one that's in your box, and you're going to do it in the other nostril, okay? And hopefully they come out of it. A lot of times when I do these events, I like to give out multiple boxes, because what they're finding is the fentanyl is so strong, and some of these kids are actually seeking fentanyl out. Okay, that's their drug of choice. And it is so powerful that it takes, and we've heard many stories today, that it takes more than one box to save somebody, okay? So, and then if you can, roll them on their side if it's possible. Because if they come to, they may vomit, and you don't want them to aspirate and get in their lungs, because that's another set of problems. But you want to try to keep them there, okay, until the emergency vehicles arrive. Because what happens is, this is going to wear off eventually, okay? It can wear off between 30 and 60 minutes, okay? Now, once it wears off, they could very well go back into the overdose process and die. So they need to get to the hospital to get the proper medical treatment, okay? It is, I just can't stress that enough.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, if they spray that in a person that doesn't have an opioid or anything like that, it's not damaging to them?
Good question. No. Okay, so if, let's say that you thought someone was overdosing in front of you, but it turns out later on, you find out, oh, it was a heart attack, okay? And you gave them Narcan. Is that going to harm them? No, it is not. Not in any way. Let's say that your 2-year-old gets a hold of it at home and puts it up their nose and sprays it. Is it going to harm them? No, it is not. The worst thing that's going to happen is they may get a runny nose, but that's it. That's it. It's not harmful in any way. And it has saved thousands of lives.
I know that, our number one is to save people, right, and help, but is there liability behind it?
No. There's the Good Samaritan law, which protects you, and you will not be held liable.
You know, you're just first seen.
That's right. That's right.
Want to make sure.
Yeah. Okay. And our DA in Fresno, Lisa Spitkamp, she has gone on record to say that. Okay. I think I said fentanyl is the #1 killer, ages 18 to 45. And, dependency could happen to you within, if I went to, let's say I broke my leg and I went to the doctor and he gave me some Norco, you know, for 30 days. I'll tell you what, at the end of the 30 days, I'm probably gonna have some withdrawal symptoms. Okay, it happens that quickly. So, you know, these doctors are not prescribing as freely as they used to, because the laws changed, I think, in 2015, and they had to really cut back because they were just so overprescribing, and that's part of what got us into the mess we're in. Okay, so you know, and we all know that once that addiction hits us, you know, it could be a lifelong journey of just a lot of wreckage along the way. Yes?
I have another question. Say you have somebody who is ODing on heroin or something like that. They get, like you said, it responds right away, right?
It
And
should.
They get pretty drastic. I mean, they start swinging at you and things
They
like
could,
that.
because, you know, you ruined their high, okay? And, but you're not responsible anyway, and it's different for everybody because it depends on how much fentanyl a person has in their system, and it depends on the size of the person, because I could take something, and Brandy, you could take the exact same thing, but we may react differently, okay? It just depends. It's not one thing straight across the board.
So I
Okay.
guess what I'm asking is we just gotta be careful if we do use it, because a person could be aggressive.
They could, and you know, you gotta step back. If they're gonna be aggressive, of course, you know, you don't want to get into a scuffle with anybody. And hopefully, the authorities will be there quickly and they'll take over. Yeah. Now, this is, I found extremely shocking. From the DEA, what these kids are doing, the trend these days, they go out like on a Friday or Saturday night and they go buy their drug of choice, whatever that may be. And then they all get together to party that night, but they have one guy standing by with this in case one of them overdoses. Okay? That's what's happening out there. Okay? They're actually standing by with this, knowing that it could kill them. So, you know, talk to your kids about this stuff. And the last thing, look, the fentanyl test strips, has anybody heard of those? Okay. I, for one, as well as Payne, we don't really endorse fentanyl test strips, and here's why. Let's say that you have let's say you have some cocaine, okay, or an M30 or whatever the drug is, and you're going to test a little portion of it, right? Because you want to ingest it because you want to get high, so you're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. So you're going to test, let's say it was a pill, and you test this side of it. Well, that side of it may not contain fentanyl. However, the flip side could be totally loaded with it. And then you're going to go ahead and say, oh good, I'm good to go. It's not loaded with fentanyl. They take it and they die. Okay, so these fentanyl test strips are not the answer. They are not. Okay, so again, call 911, keep the phone line open. Open the package, insert as far as you can go, press the red plunger. If they don't come out of it right away, use the second one on the other nostril, and then hope to God that the paramedics are there and they'll take over. Okay, because this person needs to get to a hospital. Okay, because he could go back into the overdose once this wears off, and there's a potential of him dying. So that's it.
After those 30 minutes, if we see like there's no, they're not coming in right away, can we still try it again?
Oh yeah, you can use as much. You can use as much as you want.
Keep it.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think someone here said, or maybe it was on the film, four doses, 4 boxes. I've heard of something that, on my son, I think they used 4 boxes.
Okay.
But it was just far too late. And let me tell you real quick about that. The girl that he was with that night, because I want to tell you this because I want you to share it with others. The girl that he was with made two serious mistakes that night. One, when he started overdosing, this girl waited 42 minutes before she called 911. Okay? That was her first mistake. Second, when the paramedics got there, they asked her, did he take drugs? And she said no. And she knew, because I got her to admit later on, that she is the one that was with him at the dealer's house. So she knew he took something. And because she lied to them, my son did not get the Narcan he needed that night. Okay? So she was afraid, okay, of getting in trouble. And again, if you administer this stuff or you admit that even if you're carrying and, something, and someone is in a over, you're not going to get in trouble. The authorities they don't care about you. All they care about is helping that person that's in a crisis, okay? That's all they care about. So, I'm getting a sign. Okay, so, I just want to let you guys know that. So, I hope it was helpful. Yeah. Yeah.
And I like to carry stuff in my glove compartment. These cannot stay in your glove compartment.
No. Do not carry these in your car in the summertime because it can't go over 110 degrees. Otherwise it'll ruin it, okay? But ladies, what I do is I carry it with me all the time. I just take them out of the box and I put them in my handbag. So wherever I go, I've got it with me. So, but just don't keep it in your car in the summertime. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.